Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. We're looking at Class 12 Mathematics, specifically Unit 9, Solution of Trigonometric Equations. But today, we're going to step back and see the big picture. We're going to explore how these concepts aren't just problems in a textbook, but are actually powerful tools for understanding and, literally building the world all around us.
You know, the answer, in so many cases, is math. It's like this invisible architecture, this universal language that describes everything from the cosmos right down to our economy. And today, we're going to decode some of it together.
All right, so here's our plan. We'll start with the basics, how we model relationships. Then we'll dive into how we measure change. From there, we'll see how math is used to design our world and even model invisible forces, before putting it all together into this incredible toolkit for solving problems.
Okay, let's start at the absolute foundation, functions and graphs. You can think of this as learning the basic grammar for translating the real world into the language of mathematics.
So what is a function? It's really just a simple, consistent rule. You put something in, and you get one specific thing out, every single time. Think about it with that tree example. For every year that tree has been growing, that's your input. It has one specific height. That's the output. It's that simple consistency that makes functions so unbelievably powerful.
Now this diagram, this visualizes that rule perfectly. See how every single input on the left in set A points to only one specific output on the right in set B? That's it. That one-to-one relationship is the heart of what a function is. And honestly, it's the bedrock for everything else we're going to talk about.
So why does the simple rule matter so much? Well, because it allows us to model incredibly complex systems. We can map business costs to profits to find that sweet spot. We can chart population growth to plan for the future. We can even model the changing speed of an object in physics. Functions basically take our messy reality and turn it into clear, predictable patterns.
But you know, the world isn't static, is it? It's constantly moving, constantly changing. And that brings us to calculus, which gives us the tools to understand the science of change itself. This is where things get really dynamic.
And calculus really has two sides of the same coin, which this illustrates perfectly. On one hand, you've got derivatives. They're like your car's speedometer. They tell you exactly how fast something is changing at one single precise moment. Then on the other hand, you have integration. That's more like the odometer. It tells you how much of something has added up over time, like the total distance you've driven.
And this is why calculus is such a game changer. An economist can use it to pinpoint the exact moment of maximum profit. A biologist can model the precise speed of population growth. It's the mathematics of a world in constant motion.
So we can model relationships, we can analyze change. Now, let's get physical. Let's actually explore how math gives us the precise blueprint to design the structures that make up our modern world.
And that's where analytical geometry comes in. It's the bridge between abstract equations and real concrete objects. It takes all those algebraic formulas and turns them into the shapes we see and use every single day, plotted out perfectly on a coordinate grid. This is literally where numbers become design.
I mean, just think about their shapes you learn about in class. Ellipses, parabolas, they're often called conic sections, just because you can literally slice a cone at different angles to make them. But these aren't just diagrams in a textbook. An ellipse, that's the path a satellite takes around the Earth. A parabola, that's the exact curve you need to focus light in a car's headlight. The math you're learning is literally engineering the world around you.
Okay, so we've seen how math describes things we can actually see, like bridges and satellites, but what about the fundamental forces that are completely invisible? This is where the power of math goes even deeper.
I mean, how do you even begin to model something you can't see? We know they're waves, right? These periodic things that repeat in a predictable rhythm. But what language can you possibly use to describe that rhythm?
Well, here's the key. The answer is trigonometry. Those sine and cosine functions you work with, they are the perfect language for describing anything that happens in a repeating cycle. And solving those trigonometric equations is exactly how engineers analyze electrical currents, how physicists study light, and even how musical instruments are designed to make the right sounds.
And right here, we see that hidden pattern. This elegant, repeating wave is basically the mathematical heartbeat of sound, of light, of so much of our universe. When you solve a trigonometric equation, you're pinpointing a specific moment in this endless, fundamental rhythm. Pretty amazing, right?
So let's bring this all together now. When you're studying mathematics in Class 12, you're not just learning a bunch of separate topics. What you're really doing is building a versatile and incredibly powerful toolkit.
Just look at what you're assembling. Each concept is a specialized tool. Functions, they let you model relationships. Calculus, it lets you analyze change. Geometry, it helps you design physical things. And trigonometry, that lets you understand the invisible waves that power our world. Together, they give you this amazing ability to describe, predict, and innovate.
So you see, the real question isn't just about passing an exam. It's about recognizing the power of these tools that you're getting. Whether it's building the next great piece of tech or making a new scientific discovery, the language you need is right here. The only question left is, what are you going to build with it?
And that's our look at the incredible power of mathematics. Hey, if you found this useful, let us know your favorite part down in the comments. Give it a like and maybe share it with a friend who'd be into this. And of course, subscribe for more explainers that connect what you're learning to the real world.